Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Huskers will kick it away first. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Vanderbilt's offense will have first crack at this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Commodores need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Back to throw, it's Fabio. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the fourth down. Nice start for this defense.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Cornhuskers offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
The Huskers in a good spot here with second and short. Got room to work. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. When you're called Cornhuskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cornhuskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Raiola. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Fires into the end zone. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Finding an escape route. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. The Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making... Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Catch in the middle. It's Barney. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the single back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's
headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husker! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Off the play fake on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Started this drive with a bang, but now it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Quick strike complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. quickly out to the tight end. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented. But you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his man, it's Newberry. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Got his man in the middle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st down for this offense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hudson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hudson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more.
Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Handoff to the single running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Got his man downfield. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Vandy! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. The handoff to Johnson. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Makes the quick grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll run play action. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, nice job by the defender. Zone coverage, I read the quarterback's eyes. I could tell exactly where he's throwing the football, break on the football, see the in-breaking route by the receiver, break on it, go get a hand on it, force the incompletion.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Commodores look to keep this drive humming. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. It's complete. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. The Commodores have pushed it inside the 20. He'll pull it on the read. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They want to run it left here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. He wants it all. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Deep zone coverage here by the defense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in. It's Hunter. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Quarterback on the keeper. Running to Green. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Commodores will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. Going for 6. Makes the catch down the right side, but not able to keep his foot in bounds. He was close, oh, so close to a touchdown.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Oh, and the attempt is no good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Fires to the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
On the run, deep down the right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. On the move. He's in open space downfield.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The RPO, it's complete. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Hudson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, a short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Grinding and pushing his way, and man, he got behind his pads, but they get him stopped just inches away from the goal line. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll give it to Johnson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Back to pass, it's Pavia. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Give to the running back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Commodores will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will... Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. That's reeled in, it's Hunter. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Absolutely center cut. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Snags a quick pass on the left. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. And the Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Newberry. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Extending the play. Across the 25, he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll keep it himself. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Gets it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The Commodores will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in at the 40. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run it to the right side. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Huskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, better look out! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Fakes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The handoff to Johnson. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense.
Yeah, I got nothing for you, RD. I mean, you start to run backwards. Maybe you think you can outrun everybody on the field, and you're faster than everybody, but either way, that play went nowhere. Actually, it went somewhere. It went really far backwards.
They'll go to the ground. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Snagged in the middle. It's Stowers. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Commodores are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I've got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And you got to wonder about the confidence of this kid. It's been up and down, 1 for 4 now in this game kicking after that miss.
Looking for a man, it's Raiola. Quickly complete. After 40, there he goes. And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. The running back has it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Cornhuskers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
As a quarterback, I used to love throwing to running backs that could run great routes. That was a good one there on the angle route. He sold it like he was running to the flat, put his foot in the ground, cut back.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Fires to the big fella. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Looking for the end zone. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the books. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not